What if getting rich had nothing to do with cutting out your morning coffee? What if you never had to track every single penny? What if you could spend extravagantly on the things you love, guilt-free, and still build real wealth at the same time? Ramit Sethi says you can, and he has the receipts to prove it. This is I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Welcome back to InkToEar, where the world's best books come straight to your ears. I Will Teach You to Be Rich was first published in 2009 and completely updated in 2019. It has since become one of the most read personal finance books among Americans in their 20s and 30s, praised by Seth Godin, covered by Business Insider, and credited by thousands of readers with completely transforming their financial lives. Ramit Sethi is not your typical financial advisor. He does not lecture you about lattes. He does not tell you to deprive yourself of everything you enjoy. He does not pretend that frugality alone is the path to wealth. Instead, he gives you a brutally honest, surprisingly funny, and genuinely practical 6-week system for automating your money so that it grows while you sleep and you never have to think about it again. Here is the system. Part 1: Credit cards. Beat them at their own game. Most people are terrified of credit cards, or they use them carelessly and end up drowning in debt. Ramit says both approaches are wrong. Credit cards, used correctly, are one of the most powerful financial tools available to you. Free flights, cash back, purchase protection, fraud protection, built-in warranty extensions on electronics, travel insurance. But the key words are used correctly. The 6 commandments of credit cards according to Ramit. 1. Pay your full balance every single month. Not the minimum, the full balance. Paying the minimum on $5,000 of debt at 14% interest will take you 25 years to pay off. That is not a typo. 25 years. 2. Never miss a payment. Set up automatic payments for at least the minimum, so you never get hit with late fees that damage your credit score. 3. Negotiate your rates. Call your credit card company. Ask them to lower your interest rate. It sounds ridiculous, it works. Most people never ask. 4. Keep your oldest card open. The length of your credit history matters. Do not close your oldest account even if you do not use it. 5. Use your card for almost everything. Put every possible purchase on your rewards card, then pay it off in full every month. You are leaving free money on the table if you pay cash for everything. 6. Only carry 1 or 2 cards. More than that gets complicated and leads to mistakes. The lesson: credit cards are not the enemy. Ignorance is the enemy. Learn the rules, then beat them at their own game. Part 2: Beat the banks. Most people keep their money in the same bank their parents used, often a big national bank with tiny interest rates, monthly fees, and penalties for everything. Ramit says, stop giving banks your money for free. Here is what he recommends. Open a high-yield online savings account. Online banks have dramatically lower overhead than traditional banks, and they pass those savings on to you in the form of higher interest rates on your deposits. Open a no-fee checking account at a separate institution. This is your spending account. When it is separate from your savings, you are less tempted to dip into your savings for everyday purchases. And negotiate away every fee, late fee on your credit card. Call and ask them to waive it. Monthly fee on your checking account. Call and ask them to remove it. These calls take 5 minutes and almost always work. The lesson: your bank is not your friend. It is a business. Treat your relationship with it like a business negotiation, not a loyalty. Part 3: Invest now, not later. Now. This is the most important chapter in the entire book. Ramit tells the story of Smart Sally and Dumb Dan. Smart Sally starts investing $200 a month at age 35. She invests for 10 years and then stops completely. Never invests another dollar. Dumb Dan waits until he is 45 and then invests the same $200 a month for 20 years straight, twice as long as Sally. At age 65, Sally has more money than Dan. She invested for half as long and ended up richer. Because of one thing: time. Compounding interest rewards the person who starts early far more than the person who invests more later. Every year you wait is not just a year of missed gains, but is a year of compounding that can never be recovered. Ramit's investing ladder, in order of priority. Step 1. Contribute enough to your 401k to get your employer match. And this is free money, 100% guaranteed return. Do this first no matter what. Step 2. Pay off high-interest debt. Credit cards at 14% interest are guaranteed losses. Pay them off before investing further. Step 3. Open a Roth IRA. This is Ramit's favorite account. You invest after tax dollars, and everything inside it grows completely tax-free. Every dollar of growth, tax-free, forever. Step 4. Max out your 401k. Step 5. Invest in a taxable brokerage account. What should you invest in? For most people, target date funds or low-cost index funds, not individual stocks, not hot tips, not crypto. Index funds give you instant diversification across hundreds of companies at almost no cost, and they outperform the vast majority of professional fund managers over the long run. The lesson: the best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Part 4, Conscious Spending. This is the chapter that will free you from guilt around money forever. Ramit hates budgets, not because they are wrong, but because nobody actually sticks to them. They make you feel guilty about every small pleasure, and they do not address the real problem. Instead, he offers the conscious spending plan. Divide your income into 4 buckets. Fixed costs, 50 to 60%. Rent, utilities, loan payments, the things that stay the same every month. Investments, 10%. Goes straight to your investment accounts before you see it. Savings, 5 to 10%. Emergency fund. Upcoming purchases. Vacations. Guilt-free spending money. 20 to 35%. This is yours. Spend it on anything you want. No tracking. No guilt. No justification needed. The key insight: you do not have to cut back on everything. You have to cut back mercilessly on the things you do not care about, so you can spend extravagantly on the things you do. Ramit's friend spends $21,000 per year going out to dinner and bars. Sounds insane. But she cut costs everywhere else: generic groceries, no cable TV, a cheap apartment, so that going out was the thing she could afford to love. That is conscious spending. The lesson: stop trying to cut everything. Decide what you love. Spend on that without guilt. Cut everything else without mercy. Part 5, Automate Everything. This is Ramit's most powerful idea, and the one that makes everything else sustainable. Most personal finance systems fail because they require constant willpower, constant decisions, and constant discipline, and willpower runs out. Ramit's solution: remove willpower from the equation entirely. Set up your money to move automatically. On payday, a fixed amount moves automatically to your savings account. A fixed amount moves automatically to your investment accounts. Your credit card bill is paid automatically in full. Your bills are paid automatically. You never have to decide. You never have to remember. You never have to resist temptation. The system runs itself while you live your life. Ramit calls this the automatic money flow. Once it is set up, you spend less than 90 minutes a month managing your money. Not 90 minutes a day, 90 minutes a month. The lesson: do not rely on willpower to build wealth. Build a system that makes the right financial decisions automatically, and then get out of the way. Part 6. The Rich Life. The final section of the book is the most important one. Ramit defines a rich life differently from most people. It is not a number in a bank account. It is not a house or a car or a title. A rich life is whatever you decide it is. For one reader, it was retiring at 33 and traveling the world in an Airstream RV. For another, it was putting 3 kids through private school on one income. For another, it was taking a 9-month sabbatical to travel through South America. Your rich life is specific to you. And once you define it clearly, every financial decision becomes simple. Does this move me toward my rich life or away from it? Ramit also covers the big life decisions that derail most people financially. How to talk about money with your partner, whether to rent or buy, how to negotiate your salary, scripts included, how to buy a car without getting ripped off, and he ends with the one principle that ties everything together. Rich people are not smarter than you. They are not luckier than you. They simply started earlier, automated their systems, and stopped letting perfect be the enemy of good. You do not have to optimize every decision. You have to make a few good decisions and automate them. That is it. If you want to go deeper and read the full book yourself, the link to get your copy of I Will Teach You to Be Rich is in the description below. Highly recommended. I Will Teach You to Be Rich is the personal finance book that actually works. Not because it is complicated, but because it is honest. It does not ask you to live like a monk. That does not shame you for spending money on things you love. It does not promise you will get rich overnight. But it gives you a simple automated system built around your actual values and your actual life and lets compound interest do the rest. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to start. Like this video if it gave you something real. Subscribe to InkToEar for a new book summary every single week. The world's best books, straight to your ears. And drop a comment below, what does your rich life look like? I read every single one. Until next time, automate your money and go live your life.